me, 'cause we were just kids when we fell in love, not knowing what it was. I will not give you up this time, darling, just kiss me slow. Your heart is all I own, and in your eyes you're holding mine. Baby, I'm dancing in the dark, you between my arms, barefoot on the grass, listening to our favorite song. When you said you looked a mess, I whispered underneath my breath, but you heard it, darling, you look perfect tonight. Well, I found a woman stronger than anyone I know. She shares my dreams. I hope that someday I'll share her home. I found a love to carry more than just my secrets, to carry love, to carry children of our own. We are still kids, but we're so in love, fighting against all odds. I know we'll be alright this time, darling, just hold my hand. My girl, I'll be your man. I see the future in your eyes. Baby, I'm dancing in the dark, you between my arms, barefoot on the grass, listening to our favorite song. When I saw you in that dress, looking so beautiful, I don't deserve this, darling, you look perfect tonight. Baby, I'm dancing in the dark, you between my arms, barefoot on the grass, listening to our favorite song. I have faith in what I see. Now I know I have met an angel in person. She looks perfect. I don't deserve it. You look perfect tonight.
Hey, everybody. I guess
Hi. Good.
just get my speech out here. I got it written down.
Oh, come on, have that memorized. Just wing it, fine.
Jeopardy thinking music. Jeopardy.
So I just wanted to take this time to thank those of you who helped make this possible, starting with my mom and dad, Harold and Katrina, and the rest of my family sitting over here. And also Nate and Rhonda Stone, Kaylin's parents. They helped us so much with everything. We're extremely thankful that they were with us. Also want to thank Ben Sandy, S5 Sound and Lighting.
I would like to take a second here to recognize that Matt chose me as his best man. That means so much to me in my heart and in my brain, obviously. And it feels amazing that he asked me to do that, because I mean, like, it totally caught me off guard when he asked me. It was over text, but he was very busy. He's been very busy, as you guys know. So, of course, I was like, whoa, okay. Had to take a minute to think about it. asked mom and dad like what I should do, you know, like do you think I'd be good at it and everything, and they're like, yeah, go for it, do it. So I was like, yeah, I'd love to, I'd be honored to. And it's like, this has been a really big growing experience, learning about how to do all this kind of stuff, and just being here. This is my first actual wedding that I've been to. First time being in a suit. I hope it looks somewhat decent. So there's so much that I could talk about, but I don't want to be that guy. I don't have a lot of memories with Matt, but the ones that I do have are the ones that are the only ones that I pretty much have loved. I mean, sitting here and talking to this kid, learning about his life and where he comes from is, it's just different, you know? It's not a bad thing. It's not like, oh my goodness, it's amazing. It's just like, it's just good to learn and share these experiences with this kind fellow over here. And one of the biggest, most memorable times I've shared with him in my life was, well, actually there's two times, but the first time is we sat in my driveway in the back of my pickup bed when it was like just starting fall. So it was like 50 degrees and we were both in shorts, or I was in shorts and you were in your skinny jeans, you know? And we sat there and we talked about life, nothing but life. We talked about what we want to do for the rest of our lives and what our plans are and how we want to grow up and become these magnificent people. And it's just, living here in Alaska, you know, there's not a whole lot of options we can do. So we're trying the hardest that we can. I know Matt is specifically. He's getting pretty far up there. He's got a great job. He's got a wife now, which by the way is absolutely beautiful today. Matt, you're kind of ugly. Sorry. So.
Don't steal my girl, Shane.
But no, it's a great experience being here, and I hope to come around and meet you guys, meet the family, meet both families. It's a good time, and I'm ready to help you go along with your challenges in life. You know, you can always talk to me. So, but yeah, let's see what else. You're probably forgetting something. So, okay. There's not a whole lot else I can talk about. I'm really excited to continue life knowing Matt. Having him here is a huge blessing, and I definitely do love my life that much more that he's here and I can have someone to actually talk to and share my thoughts with, and actually, it's just hard to find someone that you can actually talk to, like as a man specifically, you know, and he's always been there for me, and I will always be there for him. So, I appreciate it, man. Now, I'm going to pass it off to Mr. Jason Lidke here. You ready, sir? Oh, maid of honor. Okay, my bad. I'm sorry. Here you go.
Okay, so as you guys know, I'm the maid of honor, Marissa. I had the pleasure, as Kaylin said, of sharing a house with her and Leanne for a year back in 2016. And obviously during this time, Kaylin was away from Matt, and let me tell you, I never stopped hearing about it. At the time, I really didn't know much about Matt, but I really knew that Kaylin loved him a lot, and once I met him, I really knew why. I mean, they just completely clicked together. They've been together longer than I've known Kaylin, but I've heard of and seen them overcome just plenty of obstacles in their lives, and it's just been really cool to watch that happen. I mean, we all know life isn't easy, but what really matters is having somebody next to you to support you and love you, and I can really just see that they have that, and so it's really cool to watch. I was really excited for these two when they got engaged. I knew exactly what was happening because I definitely missed like 2 or 3 FaceTimes and like a couple calls, but eventually I got to my phone, and I could see the look on Kaylin's face as she told me, and just I could see how excited she was, and just I was really happy for her that she was about to marry the love of her life. I don't have a whole lot to say, but I'm just really excited to see where this journey takes you guys. I mean, I've watched it this far, and I'm excited to see this growing family and your guys' love blossom. So I pray that God continues to bless you guys in your life, and you guys can continue to go through the obstacles that life throws you together. So.
Sweetest people that you could ever meet. She was hardworking, honest, and genuine. The biggest thing is she kept a great friend group around her, but she never turned her back on anyone. And so to be a part of that and watch her grow from us both being here to here it's just been amazing. And then I had the pleasure of meeting Matt. So as Jason said, one of the dorkiest kids you could have ever met, but it clicked so well because he mentioned something about Star Wars, and I looked at him and I was like, really? This is where we're going, all right. And so from there to the friendly banter in class about the penguins being better. No, okay. But the biggest thing that strikes me between both these people is that you will never find two more hardworking, genuine, and passionate people in this world. You have two amazing people that are so young, and at this age, it's so hard to find young people and a young couple this dedicated, compassionate, hardworking, honest, loyal, and there's so many other things I could go on and list. They have all those characteristics, and to hold that at such a young age is almost unheard of. You guys are unicorns of our generation, and so to be a part of that, I'm honestly so blessed to say that I was invited to be a part of your guys' special moment in life. This is your guys' day, and no one else can take that from you. So to be blessed enough to be a part of that, I appreciate it so much. And it's honestly such a huge testament to both sides of the family. You guys have done such an amazing job of raising two amazing, beautiful people. You know,
Yes.
You've blessed all of us with bringing them into our lives and being able to experience all they have to bring. So thank you for that, guys. And I just want to say a big congratulations to you. That's my spot. Jason?
Oh, it's mine. Oh boy. Alright. How's it going? I'm Jason Lidke. I promise I'm not nervous. Don't worry. So yeah, the first time I met Matt, it was in our algebra class, Miss Woodings. And dude, I can't remember what I was doing, but I couldn't figure it out, right? And so I see you, and I'm like, hey dude, I need help because I'm brain dead. And you just blow it out the water in 5 seconds. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? So I mean, after that, it's pretty much, you know, I got to know you more and more and more as the years went on. And got to know that you were a San Jose Sharks fan, which is tight. So whenever the Stanley Cup comes around, you know, we're always battling. If my team's in anyway, you know, who knows? But yeah, like Shane and Austin said, you're pretty much the most genuine and hardworking young man I know. Like, it's a pleasure to know you, dude. It's a pleasure to be your brother from another mother, I should say. I don't have a lot to say other than I'm blessed that you've been in my life for 5, 6+ years ever since freshman year, man. Yeah, I just hope for the best for you and Kaylin, and hope that God can bless you through this journey. Love you, bro.
Yeah, I guess I'll say something. You might beat me up. All right. I'm Robbie. I'm Matthew's brother. Can I tell the tire swing story? I wasn't going to forget that. Okay, well, I took him to that football game, and he's like, oh, I got to meet some friends. I was like, okay, bye. He comes back. Guess he fell off that tire swing over there. Yeah, and then he came back, and he's like, oh, I don't feel very good. Well, yeah, that was the day he met Kaylin. Yeah, he's a goofball too. He's a goofball. He's a hardworking guy, and yeah, he's way too passionate about sports.
Amen.
Yeah. Yeah, he was. Yeah. Anytime the Steelers lose, you can't text him within 24 hours. He's got a 24-hour group. Yeah. Yeah. I didn't write anything, so I'm just going on and on. But okay. Well, that's all I got to say. So yeah, congratulations, Matt.
Ashley said, my name's Leanne. I've known Kaylin for several years now, and I wrote my speech, so I'm just going to read it. Kaylin, I've called you a lot of things over the past 5 years. Dory, obviously, your camp name. Co-counselor, roommate, my opposite, and most importantly, and forever my friend. As you gain the titles of wife and mother, I look at you and I see a woman who has been on a journey and has come through so much with grace upon grace. And no titles can fully describe who you are, not in my eyes, and not in God's eyes, not in anybody's. And I certainly hope that you can see all of your beauty, your potential, and your incredible strength when you look in the mirror. Kaylin, you are so loved. I'm so thankful that I've gotten to walk through these last few years with you and see you pursue your passions and grow like crazy. You've gained so much confidence in who God has made you to be. You've grown together with Matthew in literally every possible way because you've been together for a third of your life. And I think that's so, so cool. So I promise, and I bet I speak for just about everybody in this room, I promise to continue to love and support you guys as you walk through this next chapter of marriage and family and whatever else comes through the rest of your life together. So, love you guys.
Hi, I'm Madison. Like she said, I'm her sister. Mine is not going to be as good as everybody else's. It's pretty short. Now, before I start my speech, I just want to say to one of the helpers that Bonnie is awesome. I'm 13 years have passed by, full of memories, activities, and of course glitter and sparkles with Kaylin. 13 years and already she's getting married and leaving. I'm so happy for you, big sis. Matt, the first time I met you, we were at Red Robin's, and you were scared to death by my dad. But now you're marrying my sister, and that takes guts, dude. To ask my dad's permission to marry one of his daughters, I must say you are a brave and you are not just brave to ask my sister to marry, but also to join the Loud family, as we are known. But I hope you guys are happy together and have a great relationship. Treat her right, Matt. I love you guys. Hi, I'm Kristalina. I'm the bride's sister and now the groom's sister. I'm honored to be her faithful bridesmaid today. And through the past 14, almost 15 years, I have lived with Kaylin, and I'm just so happy that she's getting married today, and she's gonna leave me, and I'm gonna be sad. She has been one of my best friends throughout the years, and she is my favorite older sister. It might be because she's my only older sister, but she's still my favorite. As her sister, I know many stories that make me smile, from you fighting with Jacob, who is not here today, but he's our cousin, and most of the times winning. Also listening to Frozen music on the way home from youth group and singing along, me as Anna and you as Elsa. My favorite memory, though, is when we would play house, and if you were at the bridal shower, you know this. We'd play house, and she would be the mom, dad, and stepdad. So she clearly has the quality of leadership. And I admire that about you. I'm so thankful that you're my sister and that you let me be one of your bridesmaids today, and letting me be one of your best friends, basically. I'm sad that I won't be able to walk upstairs and ask you random sister questions, but I'm also happy that you get to follow your dream and just be with someone that you love so deeply, and I can tell that every time you guys look in each other's eyes, and it's just so cute. Lost my spot. But my favorite memory of both of you guys was the day I met Matthew at Red Robin's, and as Maddie said, he was scared to death by my father. And that might be because Kaylin told him a story about cutting his ears off if he pulls out his knife. And that was Kaylin's 16th birthday when she was finally allowed to date. And that's when their journey began. I can't find my spot again. But that day I looked at Matt. I could just tell deeply inside, I could just tell he was going to be the one to marry my sister. And that made me smile every time I thought about it. And I'm so happy that you guys are following through with that, and I'm about to cry. I love you both, and you guys are just your guys' relationship goals.
Thank you. I'm Elizabeth Buznitz, and I met Kaylin at Victory Bible Camp. We were counselors together up there, and I'm really glad you didn't tell any embarrassing stories, because then I would have to tell some embarrassing stories about you. But here's the thing, I have the mic, and I think I'm the last one, right? I'm the last one? So I can tell some stories, right? Yes. Okay, you look scared. I won't say anything. But yeah, we had such a great summer when we were counseling together. And I know for a fact that our campers will not forget that summer. And I haven't forgotten that summer, and there are so many stories to tell. And yeah, we went through a lot together that summer, and we grew so much. I definitely grew, and I know I saw you grow, so that was pretty great. But yeah, since then, God has obviously done a lot of things in our lives. We're both married now. That's pretty exciting, and I'm really excited. Yeah, and we're both, yeah. So it's kind of crazy. We're moving into the next season of life together, and that's pretty exciting. I just know, I know, Kate, I don't cry, so I'm not going to, right? I'm really honored to be here with you, Kaylin, and I'm just really thankful that you chose me to stand by your side, and I'm really just gonna be praying for you guys, and I'm really excited. Yeah, I'm gonna be praying for you guys, and I know you're gonna continue to seek God as you go into marriage and as you become parents. So thanks so much. I love you. And Matt, you did good. I don't know how you got her, but I'm praying for you too. No, I'm just saying I'm praying for you, okay? It's gonna be okay. Come on. Yeah. She's just that cool, so.
If you don't know, Kaylin's my favorite sister. No, the other day I was looking through our photos, and I was a baby, and Madison was holding me, and everybody got to hold me, and in both of those pictures I saw I was crying, and then I come upon this one photo that Kaylin was holding me. And I wasn't crying. I love you.
The father of the bride.
You guys are in trouble. Okay, so I didn't write anything for Matt, but yeah, he's got guts. He came to the cabin and asked me to marry him. You should have seen that guy shaking. It was great. Kind of like me right now. What do you mean? Okay, I'm not going to face Kaylin because I might start crying. That wouldn't be good.
You need your hat on.
I do. Is it blinding, everybody? Jeez, come on. Okay, there was no greater joy than having the privilege to raise my first girl as special as you, Kaylin. Here you are starting your own family and beginning your lives together, ready to fly on your own, and I am proud. I'm proud to have gotten the chance to help raise a smart, funny, beautiful little girl into an intelligent, hardworking, bright, and beautiful woman. I love you so much, and I couldn't be happier to welcome Matthew into our family. Congratulations to you both. Okay, y'all can clap now. Now my thank you list. Marion, are you still back there? Let's thank Marion for the great food. Bonnie, can you stand up? What? No. Let's thank Bonnie. Because she is awesome. Everyone who helped set up and decorate, thank you. Especially Michelle over there. Everyone who provided food. It's on my list, so let's thank them. Totally awesome DJ over here, Ben Sandy. Janelle and Pat from, and I quote, the original gourmet ice cream company for providing that chocolate fountain of goodness back there. Where did the conductor of this, there she is. Ruby. Oh, are you next?
Yeah, I have two voices before me.
Well, who's next?
Well, who's next is when Peter would like to say something, and then we're going to do full.
Who wants to hear Peter say something?
My name is Peter. I just happen to live on the homestead and be part of the family, and I have been specifically asked not to speak.
So y'all may know I'm Matthew's sister. This is probably a hard day for me more than anyone else because growing up with Matthew, he would always fight with me. We had our rough patches, but once Robbie moved out, we were perfectly fine. Nothing could stop us.
Oh.
But once Matt met Kaylin, you always knew he had a girlfriend because he would smile brighter than I ever thought he could. And when when he was mad at Kaylin or Kaylin was mad at him, he would sprint to his room after school and he had nothing to say. You just knew something was going on. But when I first met Kaylin, I looked at her and I just knew this day was happening. It took a couple years too long, but I knew it was gonna happen. For probably about 6 months straight, I kept asking Matthew when he's gonna go get that ring, when he's gonna propose to her, and when this is gonna happen. I remember being at the fair with them, and we were walking around like casually, and then Matthew said, "Kayla, stay right there." And him and Kaylin walked away, and I was like, what's going on? Why is this something I can't be with them for? But then Kaylin came running up to me, and she was like, "I'm engaged," and like started freaking out, and I was in shock. I did not know what to say. I just looked at Matthew like, are you serious? This is happening? And then they like set a date and everything, and Kaylin asked me to like be a part of it in like some weird way, and I just felt so honored that she asked me to like at least be something, because just being here is enough for me. Being up here, being able to talk, like that's a lot to me. I just want to say that I'm really proud of Matthew for finding Kaylin. She's the sister I've always wanted.
I'm his cousin, and a lot of you that know us know that we all grew up right in a row, all on our homestead that we call it. But as I look out here, probably half this room lives on Addison Road, because the other family that homesteaded with our grandparents is here today. And I just wanted to say this is kind of like a shout out to all of our homesteaders that aren't with us anymore, and how excited they would be to see all of these young people, which we really still are shocked that they're getting married and having babies. But it's just cool, and it's cool to see how our homestead has grown by marriage and by relationships and new families. And I knew Matt was a keeper when he came to a homestead hoedown, and he came back again. And we'll be busting some moves later, and you'll see what he learned at those hoedowns. But I'm just so very thankful for all these young people, for the people they have in their lives. So what I was going to toast to is just know you have a whole wealth of resources on the homestead that if you ever need help, we'll be here. And on behalf of our homesteaders that aren't here, if your great grandma was here, she would have prayed throughout this whole time for you, and she would have made your cake. If Papa Kink was here, well, I thought about what he might say, but I need a cuss box, because we don't have one of those here. If you know him, you would know. So our grandpa was a World War II vet. He had one eye and one arm, and he cussed, it was his adjectives, but we didn't know any different. We thought it was great. So that was awesome. And my dad, one of homesteaders, he would say, if times got tough, he would say, pull up your bootstraps and get her done. And he would be so proud to see all of this. So this is I forgot my drink, but here's to you guys.
My name is Xander, and I am the bride's only brother and the youngest in the family. And I've been waiting 9 years for an only brother, and I finally got one. First time I met Kaylin, I'm Kaylin's grandma. She was a couple weeks old, and I went down to go see her in Seattle, and I bought this great big Christmas stocking. It was knitted, and she was born right near Christmas, so I put her in the stocking and put her under the tree. And later on, she came to live with me, and as she grew, yes, she's a happy-go-lucky little girl, and I enjoyed. Her mom worked really hard, sometimes 2 jobs before she met Nate and got married again, had more sisters and brother, but that working 2 jobs, and I would take Kaylin at the times that her mom was working, trying to get ahead. And I'm so glad that Nate came into her life, and all the sisters and brother, and they finally got their own house. And Kaylin turned to me and she says, well, I don't remember living any other place but your place, Grandma. And I was glad I was able to share and share in the lives of these girls and a young man here, Xander. And I'm so proud. I think I met Matt the first date you guys had at the movie when we met at Walmart. They were going to the movies and they went to Walmart first or something. And I was impressed by him even then. And I really he likes Superman. And he showed me one day, he opened his shirt and he had Superman t-shirt underneath. And I'm an old Trekkie myself from early days of Star Trek. And I do believe that these young people have the stars to look forward to. And you're bright. And I'm so proud that you guys are Christians. And in seeing Mr. King and how he said you guys met at the church. I study the Bible all the time, trying to get closer to God. And I heard the other day an explanation when Jesus said this kingdom is not of this world, and that when we ask Jesus in our hearts, then his kingdom becomes part of us, and the Holy Spirit will work in our lives. And that's sort of what he was trying to say. This kingdom is not of this world, but when we invite it in, the Holy Spirit will work and he will answer prayers. And don't forget to pray when there might be hard times coming, but the Holy Spirit will help you out. They will be a resource. The Holy Spirit's going to be the resource that will get you through all the hard times.
To close this off, my precious Boo, I feel so blessed to be part of your life from the moment that you entered into this world through childhood, watching you today blossom into such a beautiful and amazing woman. Now as you start this next journey with Matthew, all I can see is that bright, shining light of the love of Jesus, and the let your light shine through just screams over and over. And I watch the two of you, and I'm so excited that of two such beautiful people who love Jesus so much are now coming together with one of their own, and you'll raise this new bundle of joy. I love you so much. So in 15 minutes, we're going to find out. We'll do the gender reveal. Thank you, everyone.
To whatever song plays, without a care in the world. And I'm sitting here wearing the weight of the world on my shoulders. It's been a long day and there's still work to do. She's pulling at me saying that I need you. There's a ball at the castle and I've been invited, and I need to practice my dancing. Oh please, Daddy, please. So I dance with Cinderella while she's here in my arms. 'Cause I know something the prince never knew. Oh, I dance with Cinderella. I don't wanna miss even one song. 'Cause all too soon the clock she'll be But she came home today with a ring on her hand, just glowing and telling us all they had planned. She says that the wedding's still 6 months away, but I need to practice my dancing. Oh please, Daddy, please. So I'll dance with Cinderella while she's here in my arms. I know something the prince never did. Oh, I'll dance with Cinderella. I don't want to miss even one song. It's all too soon. The clock will strike midnight, and she'll be Mama told me when I was young, you sat beside me, my only son. Listen closely to what I say. If you do this, it'll help you some sunny day. Don't live too fast. Troubles will come, they will pass. You'll find a woman, you'll find love. Don't forget, son, there is someone above. And this love kind of thing will be something you love to sing. And this love kind of thing, won't you do it for us if you can? Get your loss.
I don't think he'll leave.
Yes, I can.
Get ready whenever you are. This is all you. If you can't see it, it's the girl.
I knew.
Congratulations. It's okay.
Okay.
Here, I'll take it.
Okay, we're gonna bask in the excitement of the girl on her way. And here in just a few minutes, we'll do the cake.
I know. It's the girl. It's the lighting.
taking photos, I'm taking video.
Oh, yeah. My sidekick.
Huh?
My second shooter.
Okay, ready?
I'm a dangerous man with some money in my pocket. Keep up. So many pretty girls around me and they're waking up the rocket. Keep up. Why you mad? Fix your face. Ain't my fault they all be jocking. Keep up. Players only. Come on. Put your hands up to the moon. Guys, what y'all trying to do? 24 karat magic in the air. Second verse for the hustlers, gangsters, bitches and your ugly ass friends. Can't breathe, I gotta show them how I can't get it in. First, take your steps, do your business.
just have a good time. And we gon' make you lose your mind. Everybody just have a good time. Party rockin' to the house tonight. Everybody just have a good time. And we gon' make you lose your mind. We just wanna see you shake that. Every day I'm shuffling.
Nice to see
If I'm in your way, let me know, because you're taking the photos. I'm just taking video.
This is terribly okay, no, we can look. Are we supposed to feed each other? You feed each other a bite. You feed him first. I feed him first. Don't shove it in my face.
I'll be polite.
So the cake, we've got red velvet, we've got chocolate, vanilla, and we've got gluten-free. All right, do you guys want the music back up to keep dancing while the cake is being eaten?
Yes.
Sounds good.
It's not partying, this music is so loud you can't talk.